Okay, hi guys, we're gonna go ahead and make a video on how to join other people's raids that they have posted. And I'm going to start the video by explaining how to set up your phone to alert you when a raid was posted if you so choose to do. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna swipe on your phone, and the best way to do it is if you choose active raids and hold it down. You can choose notification settings and then all messages. And the way this works is the active raids room is not allowed to be posted in by anything except for the bot when a raid is posted. So when a raid's posted, you'll be alerted via notification on your phone. So I'm going to go ahead and tell them that we're ready to go ahead and proceed with making the video. And I have done so. I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to sit back and wait for the raid to get posted now. Okay, so let's say I had received a notification that I wanted to join the raid. So now what I would do is I would swipe, and then I would go to the active raids room. So from this room here, this is the card that gets posted when a raid is made. And from here, there are two buttons that I could press, either the silhouette or the red card. And these are what lets you join the raid party itself. Now, for all intents and purposes, on our server they do the same thing. Technically, on some servers they are different, but we usually just use the red card. So I click the red card, and now you can see that I would have access to the raid room. So I have now joined the raid room, and the host is Danny. The raid bot will provide you with some information about the boss, such as CP ranges, so you can get an idea what a perfect would look like. Gives you some good counters. And basically, we at this point just wait for the host to have enough people to do the raid. Now I am going to offer up my alts as well. So that would give us 4 people. I don't know if that's enough or not. How many do we need? I believe Nancy wants the Groudon, actually. I'm gonna go ahead and ping her. See if we can get Nancy to join us. I don't know if she's online or not. It might notify her, though. See if we can get her to join. Okay, let's give it a minute. So we think we can handle the raid, but it's nice to have extra help. And I know Nancy did want to use to fight the Groudons. There's Pink Clayton as well. Maybe he'll join. Looks like this MC person might want to join. This MC wants to join. Since I don't have the video out and he's a new member, he doesn't know how the bot works. So to join the raid. There we go. Now swipe to find room. Okay, so he says cool. So he's in. IMC. Okay, Danny. Got to add MC yet. So Danny can probably just go over to the friend code depository to get MC's code right here. And by the way, there used to be a problem where if there were spaces in the friend code, you couldn't paste it because it would include the spaces, but they actually fixed that, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. So that's kind of cool. So just to help out, I'm going to say, so the list is MC, Educate, Moose, J, Moose, D. And I'm going to quickly go ahead and just tell him I'm going to open up my computer to do this typing because it's just easier for me. But he's asking about the raid. I'm making a video as we speak on how this system works. You are part of it. I will share when it's ready. So going back to the list I did, I want to touch base on the list and the importance of making that list ahead of time. So what happens is the game is pretty laggy sometimes, and you're trying to scroll through finding people from the raid, which you only get 80 seconds total to invite people, and then I think the last 30 they no longer let you join sometimes. So what happens is, in order to maximize the amount of time everyone has to get into the raid, if you pre-type a list of people who want to join and you copy that, and then from the raid menu you can search and just paste that line, and it'll just give you everyone that's supposed to join the raid for an easy invite, and that way everyone's got plenty of time to do it, which I'll touch base on making raid with the Discord bot video, but I thought I'd bring it up. And I'm going to now say I'm ready. And everyone else will probably chime in too. And then when he decides it's time to send, he's going to say he's about to send. So all combatants are ready. Danny is typing. And he has notified us that he's about to send. So I'll go ahead and go in the game. Oops, I'm looking at a screenshot of something instead of the game. There we go. And I have my other phone right next to me, ready to join on both phones so we can do the raid. Okay, my alt has received the invite. My alt always gets it faster than my main for some reason. Here's the invite on my main. Go ahead and join the raid. Oh, okay. That's why I said Fusky. His in-name game must have been Fusky. Oh, I need to get my Discord back now. Alright, cool. Alright, so it looks like everyone's in. Usually you would say sent after you sent the invite as well. But everyone made it into the raid pretty quickly. And it's also nice to monitor to see if people are missing or not. You can ping them individually if the timer starts to get low. Because maybe they weren't paying attention or something. But once you're down to the last little bit of time here, you may even need to go so far as to call a bail on your own raid. Usually you would notify everyone in the raid in the Discord, hey, we don't got enough guys, bail, so we don't all lose our passes. But that's a different situation to talk about another day. So we'll go ahead and fight this boss now, which I kind of need to fight for this quest. I think I only need one more to finish the quest, actually, so that's kind of nice. Although I don't really have any super great Pokemon for fighting this guy. I'm using an 84 Venusaur right now. I know I got better than that. I just went with the auto suggested stuff, which is admittedly a lazy thing to do. But I don't care. We don't usually have any problems beating the bosses, so I don't worry about it a whole lot. I'm just going to keep on mashing this guy. Usually when I'm watching the raid, I like to get a feel of how well we're doing. And I always say to myself, if his life doesn't turn yellow by 180 seconds, you got a fight on your hands. It's still winnable, but if you're anywhere past that point, you're in good shape for sure. I would say that we're probably in pretty good shape on this raid right now. I'd say we're a little bit more behind schedule than I like to be, but we're certainly well within. Yep, see, there it is, halfway point of him is HP, and the reason why I go with 180 instead of the halfway point of the timer is because your first Pokemon are always going to be stronger than your second wave of Pokemon, so you have to kind of accommodate for the fact that everyone might not have any more good Pokemon to fight with. But it's just a little thing I do in my head. It's not really a legitimate strategy or anything. Of course, my alt just got kicked out of the raid and I can't rejoin. So that's pretty cool. I think we can still beat him. But that just made it more interesting for sure. Why am I... Oh, jeez. So now I gotta send a message to RemyBot and say, hey, you stole my pass because I got booted out of the raid. And it's not on my list to rejoin now. I'm glad it happened on my alt instead of my main, but... that's 1/5 of our manpower is gone now, so it may affect the outcome of the raid. Now with 90 seconds remaining, I think we might be okay, but it certainly is not ideal to have that happen, especially with all these heat rans I have loaded up right now, which is probably not the best choice for fighting Groudon, but I don't really know much about Groudon anyways, and I should have read the good counters on the raid boss card in the Discord, but I was focused on the video, so I didn't take the time to do that. I don't know if I videoed that in my description or not, so it looks like we're okay here. But I'm gonna go ahead really briefly, and I'm afraid to even alt tab out of the game to try to look at the Discord right now and potentially lose the raid boss on my other phone too. So I'm gonna go ahead and just try to catch this dude, and then we'll look at the boss card real quick, just in case I forgot to do that. I don't particularly try very hard to catch most of these bosses, so I could probably do better, but I usually just kind of fling the balls at them, and we'll see how that goes. And then we'll check another thing in the chat real quick, and we'll call it a video. Alright, I'll tell you what, I've got 9 balls left. Let's do this. I'm going to show you a little trick here. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set the target. And that means I'm going to hold the ball until it's where I want it. And made the target real small. And I let go of the ball. So now what I'm going to do, I'm not going to touch it until he attacks. A little advanced tactic for you. What happens is, while he's attacking, if I return to throwing that ball, that ring will be exactly where I left it. Not that I'm a good aim, but it's kind of a way to cheat to get your chances at an excellent throw increased. I just did it again. So I set the target small, and I'm going to wait for him to attack, and I'm going to throw during his attack animation, and I still missed it. I caught him anyway. Well, I'll have to save that for another video too. But as you can see, I completed my quest. Let's see how he came out. Ooh, 93. That's I'm happy with that. Go ahead and tag him as favorite. I'll go ahead and snap him for a quick bragging session. I wanted to make sure, I think I did talk about this, but at the top of the raid room you can actually see his CP ranges, some good counters for him, and the like as well for additional info. As you can see, someone tried to join after we already began, unfortunately. After the raid, you know, it's courteous to say thanks to everybody. Post any bragging rights that you have, if you caught a good one. And wait for the next raid. I'm sorry that the notification pop-up didn't happen on my phone at the beginning after showing how the notification works. But I think the video went reasonably well overall. So thank you very much. Have a great day.